guys, welcome back to my channel. So it has been quite a while since the last time I filmed, and I kind of wanted to try something different this year. Kind of do like a 12 days of Christmas, kind of vlogmas, but not vlogging, but just trying to put up 12 different videos consecutively for 12 days before Christmas. So hopefully this works, and then this would be my very first video for this 12 days of Christmas series. So I'm just gonna start off with kind of like a little bit of an update on my life, what I've been going through and dealing with, and giving you guys some news that I feel like I promised you months and months and months ago. So thank you for sticking around and for being loyal and supportive, and let's go ahead and jump on into this life update video. Okay, so first things first. Last time I filmed, I said that, or I believe, maybe it was a video that didn't even upload, but I had said that I wanted to try and upload once a week. Before I was doing 2 times a week, and then school just got too crazy, work just got too crazy, and I just couldn't handle it. So then I decided to try and do 1 day a week, and then I had more issues with my camera. My issue is I can film and get my stuff on a memory card, but then when I go and edit it, it's totally fine until I try and export it, and then it says that the footage is still on the camera and there's no way of getting it onto the computer where I need it to be. So basically it's a corrupt file, and then all my work that I've filmed is just gone. And I don't know how to fix that. I've been changing out memory cards and trying different things, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this time I've got it figured out so that I can upload, because I miss filming for you guys. So on top of that, as you know, I've been going to school. I'm working on my master's in credential program to become a credentialed teacher here in California, and it's a lot of work, you guys. Like, my final for one of my classes was a 74-page like document that I had to have professionally printed and professionally bound, and it's a great document, but 74 pages is a lot. I had that on top of like a student sample workbook that I had to create for the lesson plans that I created for this class, and then I also had a e-project where all of my work was accumulated online on like a blog post, and that was a lot of work too. So class is finally over, finals are done, I made it through, still waiting for my final grade, but we're done. We're done until sometime in January when classes start up again, and I believe I've only got 2 more classes for the credential program and maybe 3 for the master's program. I'd have to double check, but slowly but surely I am getting my stuff out of the way so that I can officially become a teacher and not just spend the rest of my life subbing. So now on to the bigger news, kind of the news that I've been talking about for a while. Some of you already know if you're close personal friends or family of mine, but a couple months ago I started talking kind of about some things and just saying that there was a lot of really personal stuff going on in my life, and that I would update you all when I felt like it was the right time to do so, and now I finally feel like it is the right time to do so. So I am divorced. It became finalized just a few months ago, and it's been interesting to deal with. It's a strange thing to talk about, I feel like, but I did want to update you guys and let you know. I updated my family. I let them all know, either in person or by phone call, as best as I could, and it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. I am 27 years old. I got married when I was 20, turning 21 later that year, and I was not ready for it, is the best that I can say. I personally was not emotionally mature enough to deal with it, to be married, I guess. I went from growing up in a house with, you know, my 2 brothers and my 2 sisters and my parents, and I shared a room with my 2 sisters growing up. So I went from there, living with my 2 sisters, to immediately moving in with someone else and never gaining the independence that I needed to feel good about myself. So I spent a lot of my time trying to figure out who I am, and I feel like I've touched on those things before. If you watched my Dear Me video years ago, I kind of really touched on it there. And I just went through this struggle of not knowing who I was. So it took a lot of soul searching and a lot of realizations. I went to a lot of counseling, a lot of therapy, and I made the decision that I felt was best for me. Now, it's not something that I want to promote, but I do believe that you need to do the things that you feel are right for you, and no one can tell you if it is right or if it is not. So I am divorced, and that's my life now. I never thought that my life would end up this way. It's not at all the vision that I had for myself. And while I am a lot happier with where my life is at now, I feel like I have found my voice and I'm able to speak to my family and the people that I need to with more confidence than I have in the past. It is still a very touchy subject. It's still difficult, and even though I'm the one that made the decision, it's very strange. It's bittersweet. It's weird. I want to be as open and honest about this with you guys as possible because it is a part of my life and I want to share that with you. But it's also still very strange to talk about on camera. Like, it's strange for me to talk about in person to other people. So it's very strange to be putting this out there now. But like I said, I want you guys to know my life, and I told you that there was a lot going on months ago that I would tell you about when I felt like it was the right time. So, yeah, that's the big update. And then on top of that, I am seeing someone, and he's pretty fantastic, and hopefully he will be up to being in a few videos with me, maybe for the 12 days of Christmas, maybe in the future. But he is really great, and he's been really supportive and understanding about everything, and I'm lucky to be able to call him my best friend. And that's really cool. It's a great feeling to have someone that you feel is your best friend that you can really talk to and relate to. And although the other relationship ended, and it is sad, it's a very sad thing. It's not something that, like I said, it's not something that I expected for myself. It's not something I envisioned or pictured for myself. And I hurt a lot of people in the process of deciding to go through with the divorce. But the ultimate thing was, I realized I was not happy. I realized that he was not happy, and that we were not making each other happy. And I realized that I was not mature enough to be married, and I needed to figure out who I was. That was the biggest thing, is I was so unhappy. I lost track of who I was. I didn't know who I was anymore. I became very depressed. As I've talked about before, I have dealt with depression since I was around 11, 12, 13 years old. I have dealt with thoughts of suicide. I have dealt with holding a knife very close to ending my life numerous times. And it wasn't because of the marriage. It wasn't because of the person I married. Because he's a very good man. He's still a very, very good man. And I respect him very much. And I know that I hurt him a lot emotionally. He never hurt me in any way, so please don't even think that. It was just me not knowing who I was and being too young and too immature to deal with so much at that age, at that point in my life. And when you go from being in such a tight-knit family and growing up so close to so many people, and then immediately jumping into a new relationship with, you know, another person, and you're with that person And I never dated anyone really prior to him. Like, he was the first person I dated. It's a huge jump. It's a huge adjustment. And it's expected, I feel, that you would lose a sense of yourself. I was always known as the peacemaker in my family growing up. I was always the person who was quiet and polite and willing to do what my parents asked because I didn't want to upset anyone. And I feel like those are positive traits, but they were also negative in a way for me because I spent so much of my life trying to people please others that I didn't know how to please myself. And that's something I'm still learning how to do, is how to put myself first and take care of my needs. Even when I've got 500 things that I've got to do, like homework, a 74-page assignment, an e-project, you know, I'm still, and I'm sick, you know, at the same time, I'm still trying to put other people, my family or my boyfriend or whoever else, I'm trying to put them and their needs first. And it's been really difficult because I'm not used to putting myself first and taking care of myself emotionally in that way that I need to, like to just find myself and reflect and write in my journal or cook or draw or paint or do something that I enjoy doing. And I'm trying really hard to get better at it. It's taken a lot out of me. It's not something I'm used to. I've had to take sticky notes and write, you know, positive things about myself or things that I enjoy about myself and stick them onto my door so that I can see them every day. And I'm trying to be a better person. I tend to think negatively a lot. I tend to think of like the worst possible scenario, and it takes a lot of like mind strength and everything to be so positive, and it's exhausting, and I don't know how people do it all the time, but I'm trying my best. And you know, honestly, even though I've got like tears coming out of my eyes right now and I'm sick again for like the 4th time in like 2 months, I feel so happy. I feel so happy with where I'm at in my life. I feel happy with the choices that I'm making, even though I know that it's not necessarily making my family happy getting a divorce. It's not making the person I'm married happy getting a divorce. It's not making my siblings happy, you know, bringing someone new into the picture. But I'm happy. I have been living by myself for over a year now, and I love my apartment. It's my home, and we had such strong Santa Ana winds this past week, and I have a tree right outside like the door that's right here, and I've been so worried about it like falling over into my apartment because this is my home and I love it. So I just wanted to update you guys. Thank you for being so awesome, so supportive, so faithful to my channel and to me. Thank you for listening to me, and hopefully this 12 days of Christmas works out and that this video actually uploads and that you guys enjoy it. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back, she said shut up and dance with me.